Okay, let's jump in. Today we're doing a bit of a deep dive, looking at some key bits from Ephesians 4.2.
Right. It's often seen as a kind of blueprint, isn't it, for, well, organizational health.
Exactly. And our mission here isn't strictly theological. It's more about pulling out the organizational model, finding the nuggets for building resilient communities.
And the source itself claims growth comes through specific gifts, roles given by the founder figure.
Yeah, and it lists them quite clearly: apostles, prophets, evangelists, and pastor teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should quickly define those in organizational terms, just for clarity.
Sure. Apostles, you could say, are about the big picture, strategic vision, maybe expansion.
Okay, and prophets.
Prophets seem to be about providing that challenging clarity, the truth-telling function, maybe.
Right, holding things accountable. Evangelists.
That sounds like outward focus, communication, growth, bringing people in.
Makes sense. And pastor teachers.
More internal, perhaps. Cohesion, development, keeping the community on track.
So, with those roles laid out, the text gives a pretty direct short-term function for them, doesn't it?
It does. It says explicitly to equip God's people for their service.
Equip them for service.
Yeah.
So it's not just management telling people what to do.
No, it's more like capability building, investing in everyone, making every member a functional part of the whole thing.
Okay, but that's the short-term function. What's the bigger picture here, the overall goal?
Well, that's where it gets quite profound, actually. It goes beyond just doing tasks. The stated goal is building the community up into a mature and genuine human life.
Mature and genuine human life, that's a high bar.
It is. And the measure for that, it says, is Christ's fullness. If you translate that organizationally, it sounds like reaching the absolute maximum potential for the entire group.
Okay, now this next part is where I think it gets really interesting for anyone managing a team or community today.
You mean the connection to stability?
Exactly. This unified growth, this maturity, it's framed as a defense mechanism.
Right. It ensures the community isn't, what's the phrase? Tossed around by cunning tricks and false teaching.
So maturity equals security. You build inner strength to withstand external pressures.
Precisely. Stability flows from maturity, which naturally leads to the question, okay, how do you build that maturity? What drives it?
And this is where the text takes a surprising turn.
You could say that. It brings in this narrative, this story about Christ's movements, almost like a foundational myth for the structure.
Wait, so the organizational model is underpinned by a cosmic travel story. That seems a bit complex.
It does seem that way initially, but the sequence is presented as crucial.
What's the sequence? What were these movements?
Okay, first it says, he descended earlier to the lower depths. That came first.
Descended to the lower depths. What might that mean organizationally? Humility, groundwork.
Could be any of those. Foundational work, maybe even facing like the really tough stuff, the crises, to understand the base level.
Okay, so descent first, then what?
Only after that, it says, he ascended far above all the heavens.
Ah, so the ascent isn't just rising up, it's contingent on having gone down first. Low before high.
Exactly. The sequence seems vital. The immersion precedes the elevation.
But why? Why this two-part journey? Descend, then ascend. What was the point, according to the text?
The stated reason for the ascent specifically was so that he could fill all things.
Fill all things. What does that translate to? Total influence. Maximum reach.
Something like that. Comprehensive scope, perhaps. Maximizing the organization's impact across every possible area. No gaps.
And that ability to fill all things, that connects back to holding the organization together.
Yes. It seems that journey, the descent and ascent, is what validates or empowers him as the one who ultimately joins and holds together the whole body.
Keeping all those specialized gifts working together, preventing fragmentation.
That appears to be the idea. The foundational journey enables the comprehensive unity.
Okay, let's try to wrap this up for the listener. What's the key takeaway here?
Well, you've got this ancient source laying out a clear structure, right? Specific roles, these gifts.
Leading to a defined outcome. Maturity, which brings stability.
Right. But it's all grounded in this rather unexpected cosmic story, this descent and ascent.
Yeah, the ability to have that wide-reaching, unifying influence seems to require some kind of prior foundational work or descent.
Which leaves us with a pretty interesting thought to chew on based on this text.
Go on.
If the ultimate goal is that mature and genuine human life for the community, and the model involves this necessary descent before the founder figure can fill all things through the ascent, what does that specific sequence down, then up imply? What might it suggest about the groundwork needed for any leader, or any community really, before they can achieve that kind of unified growth and comprehensive reach?